If you've been shopping for a bottle washer lately, you've probably noticed they all sound pretty similar. Bigger capacity, more spray coverage, faster drying, even built-in filtration. It feels like every bottle washer claims to be the ultimate solution, making bottle cleaning easier, faster, and more hygienic. So, if you're about to spend hundreds of dollars on a machine, you'll use it multiple times a day. Which one is actually worth buying? So I did what any slightly obsessive dad would do. I bought 3 of the newest bottle washers on the market with my own money. The Momcozy D8, the Papablic SafeguardPlus, and Eufy's new S1 Pro. Instead of just running a few test cycles, I spent about a month using each one as part of our actual daily routine. Then I evaluated them on the things that really matter: how much they hold, how well they clean, how efficiently they dry, how easy they are to live with, and whether they're worth the price. By the end of this video, you should have a much clearer idea of which one makes the most sense for your family. Let's get into it. One of the biggest questions parents have about bottle washers is whether they're actually worth using in the first place. Can they really clean bottles as well as hand washing? Or are you still going to end up with milk residue, water spots, and buildup hiding in hard-to-reach places? This year, all 3 brands claim they've improved cleaning performance with redesigned spray systems and upgraded internal structures. Papablic SafeguardPlus uses a dual-layer spray arm system. The lower spray arm rotates normally, while the upper spray module spins much faster, creating overlapping spray patterns throughout the chamber. Eufy S1 Pro takes a different approach with a 3-level cleaning system, combining an upper spray arm, a lower spray arm, and a rotating detergent dissolving module at the top. Meanwhile, the Momcozy D8 uses a more traditional rotating spray arm design, supplemented by multiple fixed spray nozzles positioned around the chamber. On paper, all 3 sound impressive, but specifications don't clean bottles. Results do. So, let's see how they perform when faced with dried milk residue, pump parts, and a fully loaded chamber. To test real-world cleaning performance, I wanted to make this as challenging as possible. So I loaded each machine with dried milk bottles, pump parts, bottle collars, nipples, and threaded accessories. Basically, the items most likely to trap residue during daily use. Then I packed all 3 washers to their maximum capacity. The goal wasn't to recreate a perfect scenario. It was to see how well each washer performs when pushed close to its limits. If a machine can clean effectively under these conditions, everyday use should be relatively easy. Starting with the Papablic SafeguardPlus, across all 8 bottles, residue levels were consistently low. Bottlenecks, bottle bottoms, and threaded areas all came out remarkably clean. What stood out most for me was this nipple placed in the upper corner of the rack, typically one of the hardest locations for the water to reach. Even there, cleaning performance remained very consistent. The silicone pump parts also came out clean, with no obvious residue or mineral buildup visible after the cycle. That's especially important because silicone parts are often where stubborn milk residue likes to hang around. Next, the Eufy S1 Pro. Overall, it delivered solid cleaning performance. Most bottles came out clean, and there wasn't any major residue left behind. However, I did notice a few small areas on accessories positioned near the upper edges of the chamber where coverage appeared slightly less consistent. The silicone pump parts also showed some visible mineral spotting after the wash. Finally, the Momcozy D8. This was where the biggest difference appeared under a fully loaded configuration. Several bottles still showed visible residue after the cycle, particularly in areas farther away from the primary spray path. Cleaning performance became noticeably less consistent once the machine was packed to capacity. So, what's the takeaway? For normal day-to-day use, all 3 machines get the job done. The differences only show up under stress testing. And the real deciding factor is how well they clean the tough parts, like silicone pieces, nipples, and those small crevices where residue tends to hide. The next question is whether these machines can actually sanitize feeding equipment effectively. For baby bottles, and especially pump parts that come into direct contact with breast milk, reaching true and consistent sanitizing temperature is extremely important. Most manufacturers target around 212 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the boiling point of water and commonly used as the benchmark for steam sterilization. To To verify the claims, I used a thermal camera to measure the actual temperatures reached during the sanitizing cycle. All three were fairly close to their advertised performance, and the differences were relatively small in real-world use. But cleaning and sanitizing aren't enough. If bottles stay damp after the cycle, that moisture can become a breeding ground for bacteria and mold. And this is where the biggest differences showed up. Eufy impressed me the most in drying performance. Its dual fan system moved a lot of air through the chamber, and everything came out completely dry and ready to store. Papablic also performed very well. Bottles and pump parts felt dry to the touch, and I didn't notice any lingering moisture. Momcozy, however, struggled the most. And if you look at the bottles closely, there's still moisture on here. Even after the drying cycle finished, there were still visible water droplets on some bottles and accessories, meaning you may need to wipe them down before storage. So, for drying performance, Eufy takes the win. Papablic is a close second, and Momcozy finishes behind both. Now that we've finished the performance test, let's look at some of the features each brand highlights and see how they hold up in real-world use. Starting with capacity, all three machines advertise space for up to 8 bottles, but they take very different approaches. Momcozy is the most compact of the three, which is great if countertop space is limited. One feature I really liked was the water tank lid. You can refill it without removing the entire tank. Papablic uses a modular water tank design, giving you more flexibility in how you position the machine depending on your kitchen setup. Eufy is by far the largest unit here. Part of that extra size comes from its advertised 10-bottle capacity. In practice, though, the additional 2 slots are really only suitable for smaller 5-ounce bottles. One thing I found interesting is that both Papablic and Eufy are trying to solve the same problem, water quality. Living in a hard water area myself, I've seen firsthand how quickly limescale can build up on bottles, pump parts, and even inside the machine over time. Papablic filters the water before every wash cycle. In my previous testing, I found that it not only helps soften the water, but also reduced contaminants like lead and PFAS. Eufy's filters take a different approach, focusing primarily on reducing calcium and magnesium to help prevent limescale buildup. The brand connects the filter to broader health-related benefits like reducing diarrhea risk. Personally, that's a much bigger claim than simply preventing limescale, and I'd be interested to see more evidence behind it. There's also the long-term cost to consider. Papablic's replacement filters cost about $49 for a 3-pack, while Eufy's replacement filter costs around $50 for a single cartridge. So, after testing cleaning performance, sanitizing, drying, filtration, capacity, and overall value, here's where I landed. All three machines represent a noticeable step forward compared to previous generations. For the category I care about most, cleaning performance, both the Papablic and Eufy perform very well. When it comes to drying, Eufy's and Papablic's dual fan system definitely stood out to me. Filtration and long-term ownership cost, I'd give the edge to Papablic. Eufy differentiates itself with smart features, including app connectivity, which may be valuable depending on user preference. From a balanced performance and value perspective, Papablic comes out as the most well-rounded option. Eufy is best suited for users who prioritize drying efficiency and smart features. Momcozy still performs adequately for basic use, but falls behind in drying and overall refinement compared to the other two. Because, at the end of the day, the best bottle washer isn't the one with the most features. It's the one that actually fits into your busy feeding routine.